Earlier in the second quarter, Ben Roethlisberger missed a wide-open Brown and threw an incompletion to Le'Veon Bell instead. After the Steelers were forced to punt, Brown made his frustration known. He knocked over a Gatorade bucket and then got into it with the offensive coordinator, Todd Haley. Brown and Ben talked about it after the game.
It's like a kid being excited for Christmas. You know, you work on it, you're expecting that play on that day. Sometimes it don't work out, you move on. Passionate about the game. Anytime you work as hard and you expecting somebody to play and don't go the way you want it, you just get a little frustrated.
You know what? AB's a playmaker, right? We have a lot of them on this field, and sometimes there's not enough footballs to go around to everybody. But, you know, I think AB is a very passionate. You guys, especially for Pittsburgh, know how passionate he is about wanting to help this team, wanting to do everything he can to take us to that next level. I think that's just nothing more than a competitor wanting the ball every single play, and you can't blame him for it.
We're joined by Fox NFL analyst Tony Gonzalez. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning. How are you?
How big?
Hey, Shan. What's up, Ray, man? You look nice. Yeah. Look nice.
How big of a deal is this, Tony?
Yeah. You look nice, honestly. I'm not kidding. It's a nice, that's the best I've seen you look.
I know. You ain't nothing to kid about here.
Yeah. Usually you look ridiculous.
You know, ain't nothing. Can't hate on this kid.
Go ahead. Who's up first? I'm up first today?
Yeah.
Yes, you.
Why?
How big of a deal is it? Because we treasure your opinion on this.
Well, it's the Skip and Shannon Baylor show. I don't want you guys to go first.
You want me to go first?
Shannon Sharp time. Yeah.
You want me to go?
Go ahead. Yeah.
How big of a deal is it?
I would be surprised if Coach Tomlin did not talk to him on the plane ride back home. If he didn't talk then, I would be surprised if he doesn't call him in and talk today. Because this is unacceptable. Going into this game, Antonio Brown was second behind DeAndre Hopkins in targets.
Yep.
And I get it, Skip. I've been there. We were playing in Detroit in 2003, and they were 100% of the time in this area of the field, in this formation, they're going to play cover two. We're on the 10-yard line. Mike calls the play. Safety split like the Red Sea. The linebacker doesn't even carry me. He threw the ball to flat. I'm livid.
You put your hand on it?
Hey, I'm like, I know this joke. I know against cover two. We worked on this play all week.
Yep.
I know he just didn't take this ball and dump it in the flat to the running back. I was going, and then we come off the field. Mike's like, what are you doing? Why the F would you do that? We worked on this play all week. Skip, I get it. I get it.
He said that to...
He said that to Jake Plummer. I didn't want to call it. That's what Jake...
Oh,
Jake the Snake.
Yeah.
he would have said that to Mr. Elway.
No. He wouldn't say that. But John wouldn't have missed me on that throw anyway. So, yep, that was. But I get it, Skip. When you work on something all week in practice, and then it comes to fruition just like they said it would, 100% of the time, this is the coverage that we're going to get. This is what we're expecting. And when you call that play, and it's open. Now, if it's covered, okay, you can live with that.
Yep.
But Skip, when it's open like that, you get frustrated. But to react like this, Skip. Antonio Brown is the fastest receiver to reach 650 catches in the 98-year history. Mm-hmm. He had just gotten 14 targets the week before.
Yep.
He's averaging 11 targets a game. And Ben misses him on one play, and he blows up like this? It's not an accident he doesn't have that captaincy on his shirt. That's not an accident.
So if you're Tomlin, how do you punish that?
I don't
discipline that?
I just make sure I said, look, this is unacceptable behavior.
Yeah.
But we got a glimpse of this because see what we started to see last year in that playoff game and that Facebook Live. He was more like Beckham than we previously thought. And he did a great job of hiding it. But at the end of the
Just
day,
to refresh people's memory, he
you
went live in the locker room and his coach is speaking behind him. And it's going out to the world.
Right, in the divisional round, and while everybody else is standing around Coach Tomlin and he's speaking, he's in the background talking about, making his
Coach Tomlin took a little shot at the upcoming opponent, the New England Patriots, and it went out live on Facebook thanks to little AB.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
little did we know that he had some kind of endorsement deal with Facebook Live. With Facebook, and this is why he did it. But this is unacceptable behavior. Antonio Brown, Ben Roethlisberger, and you've been great. But for you to catch over 100-plus passes every single year, and for you to complain after he misses you on one throw, and you blow up like that, I can get it, Skip, like, man, come on. We got to make this play. We've been practicing it all week. I get it. But you're going to throw the water cooler and you're going to shove the coat. Antonio, man, come on. It's time out. You too big for this. That was totally unnecessary.
With the Facebook thing, he's working on his brand. Okay? He's got endorsement
brand.
Dollars. You got to go where the money is.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I agree with Shannon. As a player, I mean, it's going to happen every once in a while. You're going to work on that perfect play. The quarterback's going to miss you. That's just how it goes. To act like a baby like that on the sideline, have I? I'm trying to think. Have I ever done that in my
They're
career?
throwing you 20 targets a game. Why would you act like that?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Look at it. That's not true. That's not true.
Let me. Here you go. Let me think. Did that ever happen to me?
No, I'm talking about, no, seriously. Have you ever blown up on the sideline? I had one catch for 7 yards against San Francisco, and I threw the water bottle, and of course they picked it up and they played it, and I had to not apologize. Say I can't act like that.
When did you throw? At the end of the game?
At the end of the game. It was because I was getting shut down. I just wasn't getting.
Did you lose the game?
We lost the game too as well. So, but I as a player who's a big part of the offense, and you know this too, you want to go out there, you work hard, you want to compete, you want to have catches, you want to have an impact, you work your tails off, and I don't think anybody works harder than this kid. He's got an unbelievable reputation.
He does.
For getting after it. But I just don't understand why, just like Shannon said, why you would act that way, especially in front of your teammates, the kids out there watching this game.
Yep.
I'm not saying he needs to stand up in front of his team and apologize. If I'm Ben Roethlisberger, I would go to him one-on-one and go, hey, I missed you there. My bad. But don't act like you've never dropped passes when they're wide open. I'm not saying he does that, but it happens.
Yeah,
it happens every once in a while. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. But for him to act like this, inexcusable.
Unacceptable.
But he's used to it's a standard of living that he is. Right now, the biggest
low
problem
strike, but it was where it should have been thrown.
I think Ben Roethlisberger has gotten off to a slow start. But once he gets going, Le'Veon Bell got going yesterday, this offense is going to open up even more for him. He just needs to relax.
They were lucky they're playing against Joe Flacco on the other side because he is just horrendously bad.
He told you last week not to worry about that offense.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm worried. So I'm not going to condemn Antonio Brown. I know him. We've had him on the show. I think his heart's in the right place, but it's all about his brand. And this was his special little sort of trick play. It's a little backdoor pick play. And it worked like a charm.
Yes.
He was gone open. I mean, just like they just blew the coverage completely. And he couldn't understand, how could we work on this all week? And we knew it was going to work. You don't even look at me? So I get that.
Yes.
But you can't throw, even though the Gatorade, I think it was empty.
Yeah.
I don't know how it was empty, but.
Oh, he's the strongest man in the world if he can pick up a loaded Gatorade keg and
like
flip it with one arm.
Okay, you can't do that. Now I'm going to get to what really I cringed over. And maybe I'm oversensitive here. I need your help, both of you, on this. In this racial time we live in, it was disturbing to me that Todd Haley, his coach, reached out. I don't know if to restrain him or to pat him on the back and say it's okay, but he touched his shoulder. And Antonio wheeled and slapped his hand away. What's going on there? Like, is it out of bounds for a coach, and let alone white coach, black player, to put hand on player on the sidelines?
Don't go there, Skip.
No,
I'm just saying, because I'm sensitive to it.
No,
because it's like,
I don't. It's not out of bounds. It's out of bounds for a player to act like that.
He wheeled
with a
and
coach.
slapped his hand away. You saw it?
For me, Skip, the thing is, let me tell you how I've always tried to conduct myself. I never ask more than I'm willing to give. I'm not going to curse you. I expect you not to curse me. If you say, Shannon, can I talk to you for a second? I'm going to walk up to you. I might not like what you have to say. I'm going to listen. I'm going to walk away. And just like, Mike, let me talk to you. Or Gary Kubiak, who's the offensive coordinator. Brian Perriani, who was up in the booth. I get on the red phone. And I know they could hear me. I was like, look, bruh, now I worked my ass off all week in practice, and you told me you're going to come to me. Now, there have been 2 times we called these plays, and I'm open, and you're not coming to me. What's the problem? But I'm all about respect, Skip.
Okay,
I'm all
know
about
that
respect.
Todd Haley has been all about, I take nothing off nobody, off no player. Ask our friend Terrell Owens about the clashes he used to have in Dallas when Todd Haley was the receiver.
Well, let's bring you back into the locker room here. When you're in that locker room and you're a superstar player, you expect to go out there and contribute. That's right. They're paying you for that. You've shown you can do it. So when you get in a position, you want to make plays. And there are games, if we're being honest here, you could win like they won. You can blow the other team out, and you're happy. Everybody's happy you won. But if I had 2 catches for 25 yards, part of me is upset. Just being honest.
Because I want to feel like feel like I participated in the win. And look, I'm all about winning. But when we work on something, and I stay extra and work on this play, but John Elway, my quarterback, he was very, very big about this. Don't shrug your shoulders. Don't throw your hands up in the air and talk about you missed him, because he let you know if you do that again, you're not getting any more passes.
Well, Antonio was in effect showing up.
Yes,
right?
yes, absolutely,
absolutely.
But not only.
Don't know in the break is when Shannon loses a debate to Skip, he starts throwing the tissues around and the cigars.
But right now,
what is that?
I'm on the miles and that hen dog. After the Rams and the Broncos won, I'm celebrating this victory Monday. 20-0.
That's a fake cigar, man.
It's
Get a real cigar.
It's real.
No, Black and Mild.
Well,
Real cigars don't come plastic.
Okay, how about this? I was gonna get me a Cuban, but they only had was Tampa Nuggets, and Tampa is close to Cuba, isn't it? How far away? Oh. I don't care. But I had a real thing next week after Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, before this is over, you're going to have to eat that.
I have me old Monte Cristo.
Tony, thanks for joining us. Do the Broncos look like a contender in the AFC? We'll discuss that with Mark Schlereth next.